Welcome to My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this morning, we want to look at two stories. One, two gangsters killed by police in central Kingston. And then we want to look at the story about Kaka, who disarmed the policeman at the National Chest Hospital and shot the police, and how his trial went. But first up, and according to Nationwide News, it says two men believed to be gangsters are dead following a running gun battle with police in Parade Gardens on Friday morning. The names of the men have not been released by the police. Head of the Central Kingston Division, Maldrea John Jones Williams, confirmed the incident on Friday. It is understood that the gun battle stretched over 600 meters from East Street in the Tel Aviv community to Fleet Street in South Side area of the community. The shooting started shortly after 2 this morning and lasted half an hour. One of the men was reportedly killed on the spot and another died while undergoing treatment. It is understood that the men were aligned to the Pow gang. Violence has been plaguing Parade Gardens community have subsided in recent weeks. Between April and June, there were more than a dozen murders linked to the area. Well, we all know that these areas have been highly concentrated with the security forces recently. And you know, these men will never decide on making a turn for the better. They always believe gangsterism is the way out. They always believe that they will live forever to fight gun battles. And this gang thing, especially in central Kingston, has escalated to a certain proportions that even the Prime Minister has said he has not ruled out a state of emergency in that part of Kingston. These men drive fear into the heart of law-abiding citizens, and persons can't sleep in peace. Every night gunshot. People have been dying. Central Kingston needed a change, and with two of these alleged gangsters off the street now, it might be far better for the people in central Kingston. Some of them can sleep a little bit more easier. Children walk the streets fearful these days, and the police has made a commitment to restore central Kingston and eliminate the elements of crime and violence in that community. And with the death of these two men, it might go a far way in reducing the amount of loss of lives in that community. But you know, it's a conveyor belt. As soon as one go, you have others growing up. And as I said, they have modeled these gangsters that the kids growing up always look and believe that the life of a gangster is far better than to live a life of law abiding in these communities. Because when the gangsters are killed, their portraits are placed on wall, and persons admire, and persons tell kids coming up, this man was a man who stood up for the community, and this is a man who fight for the community. But when a child from the inner city community and these areas grew up and turned police, turned politician, turned some doctors, nurses, lawyers, their portraits are not placed on the wall for these kids to look at and eliminate and follow, right? Emulate. They can't put these. They don't put up these portraits so the kids can emulate these persons and strive to be a law-abiding citizens who are qualified and educated to take themselves out of these communities. But 2 lives been lost, and I can bet and tell you, the ages of these young men won't be in their 30s. It will be somewhere between the teens to the 20s. I can bet and assure you, even though I am not getting sufficient information from the police yet, but these two, if you just wait, you'll find out their age group. But let me know what you think. Central Kingston might breathe a little easier this morning. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. The next story we want to look at is Kaka. And according to the Gleaner, the prisoner who escaped custody in March after disarming and shooting a police at the National Chest Hospital in St. Andrew has been sentenced to serve 22 years in prison. Ricardo Richards, 30, was sentenced by Justice Sonia Wynne Blair in the Home Circuit Court to 22 years for wounding with intent and 13 years and 4 months each for the offenses of illegal possession of firearm and robbery with aggravation. The sentences are to run at the same time, meaning he will only serve 22 years. The St. Andrew mechanic had pleaded guilty on April 22. In handing down the sentence, Wynne Blair awarded the father of two a 10% discount on his early plea, noting that the evidence against him was overwhelming. He was also given a 4-month reduction as well as 1-year deduction for mitigating factors on each count. The judge, in considering the sentence took into account mitigating factors such as the offender's remorse, an early guilty plea, and the fact that he was gainfully employed before he was arrested. Well, as you would all know, Richards was taken to hospital on March 12 by 3 cops to undergo a medical procedure. His handcuffs were being unlocked for the procedure to be done. On completion, before the cops could put back the handcuffs, Richards threw a liquid in the eyes of one of the police personnel. A tussle ensued. He took the gun of one of the cops, shot him in the stomach before fleeing with the firearm. He was recaptured a week later at a guest house in St. Andrew and gave the police wrong name. Well, this situation bothers me. And let me tell you why it bothers me. Kaka he was taken into custody, I think, on a murder charge. He disarmed the police, he threw, we understand, bleach in the police face and shot the police. Now, he's saying he didn't meant to hurt the police and he didn't want to kill the police. Who could you convince that? How could you convince a judge of that? Right? The policeman will never live a normal life anymore based on this incident, because we understand that the police, even his stripe was damaged. Right? The other thing is that the firearm that he took from the police is still at large. This man, no matter how much he pleaded guilty or early plea, this man should be lost in the prison system forever. The firearm is out there possibly doing more damage. The firearm for the policeman was not recovered. Kaka was held, he pleaded guilty, 10% discount on his sentencing. It should be 10% more because the firearm is still out there. How many more lives that firearm will take? But Jamaica is a place that some things it's mind-boggling. You can't understand why. But I don't know the case that it was actually originally taken into for. I'm not sure that case has been tried. I'm not sure as it stands how that case is at this point. But for this one with the police, he's actually going to serve 22 years in prison. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click notification bell. So as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Until next time, stay safe. Look out for the children. Look out for a loved one. Look out for a neighbor. And most of all, keep it locked on My Opinion TV.